Task Force for General Education Reform. General Education Reform.
Hello, and welcome to tonight's episode of 3 Minutes with the Task Force for General Education Reform. I'm your host, Rob Nielsen. Tonight, my guest is Deanna Donahue. Welcome, Deanna.
Thank you for having me here tonight, Rob. I'm really excited to be here.
Thank you. So let's start with this. Who is on the Task Force for General Education Reform?
I'm so happy you asked that because I brought my wallet photos to see. So I'm going to just start with our administration.
Please.
So we have Peter Blitzstein, we have Kenny Yarbrough, and then we get into our fearless leader, who is the chair of the task force, Monica Rico.
Terrific chair, indeed.
Then we have lovely representation from throughout the college, starting with Carla Doutry. We have Connie Cassor. She's right there if you can't see her. We have Rebecca Perry, and we have Angela Vander Elsen. So with this, I'm also on the task force. You're also on the task force. They have to put up with us on the task force.
Indeed. How is the work going so far with the task force?
You know, I think as a task force, we're finding it very challenging, very interesting. We're learning and growing, and we're really excited to really create a great program.
If the folks out there in Lawrence University TV land, if they wanted to engage in the process, how might they do that?
Well, one of the things that I think is really important is that we just continue to engage as we present things. So one of the best ways to engage is going to be, there'll be some links below on different readings, different resources. So with each of these videos, you can dig deeper into the topic we're trying to share with you. So check out those links. There's some great reading in them, and we really hope you join us in our process of learning and growing.
And they can email all of us, presumably?
Absolutely. I think you can email us all, and you can talk to us. There's all sorts of ways to engage.
Perfect. Well, that wraps up this evening's episode. I want to thank my guest, Deanna Donahue. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Rob. It's so great to be here.
My pleasure. And thank you for joining us for this episode of 3 Minutes with the General Education Task Force Reform Task Force. Good night.
Good night.
Task Force for General Education Reform.